Hi, I'm Joe Ward of Boxer Shorts Media, and today's Feet Meet Fire is going to take a very quick look at what the CBRM is calling their strategic vision. There's quite a bit of information in the detailed overview, but I think what's interesting is what is not there. Can we agree that if something is of fundamental importance to the CBRM, that we should expect it to be very clearly included in any strategic vision? Listen, if it's not there, it's simply not a priority in the so-called vision for our municipality. So here are three terms that are nowhere to be found in the detailed version of the strategic vision the CBRM shared recently at cbrmvision.org. Number one, nowhere will you see the word tax. Number two, nowhere will you see a reference to the tax cap, either keeping it or removing it. And number three, nowhere will you see the word equalization or any reference to the Houston 15 million. Reducing our residential and commercial property taxes isn't a priority? Can't be. It's not in the vision. Now we know why it was so hard for Councilor Bruckschwager to get his 5% tax cut passed. I don't care about the Walmart thing. None of them had the cojones to argue for making the cut residential only. Now, did they? Correct me if I'm wrong. But maybe we could expect to at least see the tax cap reference, either to remove it or replace it, or perhaps to even keep it in place. Well, spoiler alert, it may not be there, but Mayor McDougall serves as the president of the Nova Scotia Federation of Municipalities, and their objective is to break the cap over a 10-year phase-out period across the province. If Mayor McDougall supports it there as their president, can she somehow oppose it back home in the CBRM as our mayor? And if you're thinking conflict of interest, we're on the same page. Maybe it's not in the strategic vision because they don't want to have to deal with the public's response to what they actually intend to do. If they tell you it's a provincially led process, in my view, that's a little bit misleading. It's our job to advocate for what we need. But just don't forget that Mayor McDougall is the president of the organization, the NSFM, that is leading the charge to break that tax cap. And finally, we don't see the term equalization. Mayor and councillors were such big supporters of equalization fairness all along the way. They just don't think it's worthy of including it in the strategic vision. Securing the 15 million extra that Houston provided isn't referenced either. So is the suggestion that we have all the funding we need and we can just give Houston back his 15 million because we don't need it anymore? I get that redoing their website and starting a lottery to raise funds are important, but apparently they are more important than fixing our broken tax system or securing or increasing provincial funding to keep this municipality afloat. Our taxes, the tax cap, and equalization funding are nowhere to be found in the strategic vision. So don't buy into excuses if they say that these things would fall under section X, Y, or Z. They're just not printed there. If they were a top priority, they could have had their own heading, maybe even a little bold font. What you see is what you get, and what you don't see, you don't get. That's exactly how it works. So can you guess what you're not getting? To be sure you don't miss out on future videos from Boxer Shorts Media, please subscribe on Facebook or YouTube, whichever you prefer.